All right. Hi guys, Gorbag here, gorbag.com. And T and I are going to be working on the drums a little bit. I want to just discuss some things with her about how she's using the drums and what she's doing. She's doing very well. For a beginning drummer, she's doing extremely well. But she could do better, and there's a couple of things that she needs to know. First of all, you'll notice that the drum kit is mic'd very minorly. It's not really mic'd with the 5 mics or 6 mics you'd expect to find. The reason for that is because, thanks to Oz's genius, we don't have to mic them the right way, and so we still get a great sound. We don't have enough. We don't have enough snake cable to handle more. Okay, so here, first of all, let's just start with the throne, not even the sticks. Start with the throne itself, which is what you call the drummer's chair. It's called a throne. Don't be embarrassed when you walk into a drum shop. I don't want you to be embarrassed about it. So you walk into a drum shop and you say, I'd like to see what you have in thrones, please. And they will respect you as a drummer. Whereas if you say, do you have a chair I can use or a seat for the drums? They'll say, oh, you're a new drummer. So I want to just save you that kind. Now, I have a pedal here, pedal bass. And all that's going to do for me at the moment and for many, many, many years to come is keep the time for me. That's how I keep the time, is with my feet. So I have this here, and I have this. And one rule was given me by Philly Joe Jones, one of the great drummers, and he was very clear about this. He says, at no time, when you don't know what you're doing, at no time should you hit both the hi-hat and the pedal bass. You shouldn't be doing both feet down like that unless you know exactly what you want to get out of that. Okay? It normally should be different, not together. Because you will louse up your body if you do them like this all the time. And it will also louse up the sound. You have plenty of brass, way more brass than most. At least one more than most sets. And the brass that we use, I like the Paste 505 here for this. It's medium, 20. It's a 20-inch medium. Sounds good. A sound formula paste here for my high. And another paste here, which is the PK. That's a really nice little cymbal. So now I don't normally have a ride cymbal, but this works like that. So you can use your insides for ride. If you want to hang a chain on here, that makes a nice little. That's a little chain off the side like that. I'll show you how that works. Okay. Just one of those things you get, with the little balls that are connected like that. You just lay it off the side till it hangs. Let it hang about 2 inches, 3 inches off the top like this, and you'll get a great sound out of it. So here are your toms here, and these are actually that's a better angle there. And you move this over a little bit like that to compensate for it. But you want these up, even though you're sitting down, you want them up. And you want them in at each other like this. This you want to have here, so you can put it down like that, see? Like that. Okay? So that's how you place these, so you can do that. So then, you keep your time. Like that.
Would you like to sit?
No.
Show.
No. Now you have your snare. The snare is the most important part of your drum kit. Make no mistake about it. You can do without brass, you can do without pedal bass, you can do without toms, floor tom or high tom. But you cannot do without your snare. You gotta have your snare. The snare is capable of giving you a number of different sounds. Straight hit like this. The thing about the snare is you get this sound. That's the straight. But you also can get other sounds out of there that are very important. One of which is to put the other stick down, lay it down like this, like that. Now where you have it resting, like that, and that can actually provide you with a sliding scale drum that goes like this. Like that. If you let your second let your second stick kind of jump with the first stick instead of holding it steady, you get this effect. Like that. Kind of a ripple or so here. A lot of drummers make a big deal about this, about the roll. It enables you to put in fills, they're called, when you get bored. Or you think the audience is getting bored. Or you think the band is getting bored. Because normally what you want to do is that's about it. And then you think the band is getting bored, you go like that. And then every so often, if you think the audience is getting bored, you go bam, bam, bam. And then the audience is satisfied for about 30 seconds, and then you got to do it again. Typically, if you remember about drumming, the very first thing, you don't do this instinctively. I surely didn't. I rebelled against it for years. I held the sticks like this for years. But then, after meeting Philly Joe, and he said, well, he was my girlfriend's friend's roommate, and so he ended up living in, we had a huge apartment in Chelsea. Donald Byrd and Philly Joe and Elvin Jones, Plaz Johnson, J.J. God, there's a whole ton of people in this huge apartment in Chelsea Towers. That was us. We were making sounds in there. So one of the things that Philly Joe showed me, he says, you gotta instinctively, it has to be brought to instinct. Your body has to want to do this. He says, it doesn't normally. You're gonna want to hold the sticks like this. Everybody does, just like that. But that's not good. This doesn't work. So you have to flip this over like that, see? And you have to know that flip. You have to get that flip down. So you do that automatically and naturally when you get a hold of a pair of drumsticks. The other one, the left stick goes like, it's always left this way, right this way. Don't try, if you're lefty, don't switch this. Believe me, you don't want to switch this. Even if you're a lefty, you don't want to do that. There's reasons to do with the guitar, yes, there are. But with piano you don't. You don't run a reverse piano for a lefty, right? Same with the drums, you don't want to do it. Left, right, you keep it the same, even if it louses you up just a little bit, so you'll have the same patterns, rhythms, and you can learn from other drummers if you follow that pattern, you follow the same thing. But if you really insist on playing lefty, go ahead, do it. It's fine. The kit's not set up for that typically, but you can do it if you want to. Now, in fact, you can do anything you want to do at all. Just if you want advice, take it. If it works for you. Now, if it doesn't work for you, take it. Now, the drumsticks are independent of the drums. This is so important to understand that. They're totally independent of the drums. Everything. I won't do it with a fish tank. Now, so one of the things I wanted to point out is that there's some hits you can do like that, which is a rim hit. It's rim and head. And rim hits, down hits like this all the time. These are Vic Firths. I can go through about $30, $40 worth of Vic Firths in a single week, just doing that kind of stuff. So I tend to avoid that And one thing also I should point out to you, there's a balance point on these sticks, and they are different. The right hand balance is different from the left hand balance, so you got to know that. This is more choked up, this is more relaxed and laid out. Okay, it's very important. See the difference? There's a slight difference, about an inch, but there is a difference in the balance points. So. Now, you asked how I did that the other day, how I did that thing. I will explain. I will explain to you exactly what I'm doing. What I'm doing was actually something I picked up from the Andrews sisters and later from the Kim sisters. Has to do with sounding out in your head what you're actually doing in not rhythm but song. You have to make a song of it. So it's like this. But if you do that there, now the secret about drumming is learn to do it when you do it. Now do it several different places without looking. See? Now, drumming starts with the rhythm. Now, if you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to get bored. Your audience is going to get bored. The band is going to get bored with you. Everybody's going to get bored with you. So you have to vary it in some way, right? No! That's a complete fiction. It's a fiction invented by bored drummers. The best favor you can give the band is to give them a good, solid beat that they can work to, that they can rely upon, that they know is going to be there, whether they are or not. And then you can make it more interesting by adding something in. Like this. And then adding these little parts in. But what you're going to do at some point is throw these, I was going to say three-step, abandon your sticks. Because what you need to do actually is this. You need to go with your whole body. Doom-pa, doo-ta-tam, boom-pa, kind of like Zumba or Boomba dancing. But you do like this. And then when you think about it, you're going to be doing pedal, pedal, like this. Pedal, pedal, hit, 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 boom, boom, da-dee, da-dee, dum, dum. I would practice the way Philly Joe showed me to practice, which is without a drum kit. So what you do is you put on your favorite album that you love to drum to, and you just go like this with your feet back and forth like this. Now you're not going to get a back hit when you hit down, so you have to provide that for yourself with this body response, which they call isometrics. So when you're doing this isometric thing like this, and you're playing invisible air drums, that's what they would be called today. He didn't call it that, but that's what it would be called now. 59, who knew? So here, like this, you see, and then you don't have to worry about where the drum is that you're going to hit, or what part is, or whether it's going to be brass or drum or this or that, or rim or skin, whatever. No, it's just like this, see? And you go, and you just get your body moving in rhythm as a drummer would, not as a dancer would. You're going to kind of convey, you're going to translate your dance moves into drumming moves. And this is what Philly Joe mostly taught me, to just get the body doing this thing. And then apply it to the drums. But first, you do air drumming like this for a while and get used to that. And then you could go, or flip it, Naturally, you're going to learn this. You're going to flip your sticks around like that. See, you'll know how to do that, how to flip the sticks around and make them do different things like that. So that's very important as well, how to do all that stuff. So you want to do those things. See, get the audience going with that. Make sure you do this not straight up to the audience like this. You make sure you do it to the audience to the side so they can see that you did that, and that you can do it with both hands quite easily. Okay? That's very important. If you can't do this, you really shouldn't be drumming yet on a drum. You should be doing this for a couple hours a day until you get used to handling the sticks. It's all about the balance of the sticks in terms of whether you're going to make the hits you want to make or not. It's how you hold it. It's the balance of the sticks. And getting your body, these are the 3 rules, and getting your body to work as a whole, integrated drumming machine. It's a dancing drumming machine. And the dance expresses itself on the drum kit. So let's put it all together, and we'll see what that sounds like by applying it to here. And stand on this one, and stand on this one here. Get to work.